Hi cats and kittens, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent. I hope you're doing great. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Goodness, didn't we fight hard to get here? Or whatever. So, continuing a theme this week, I am focusing on scents that I think enhance or even help make me feel happy, enhance my happiness or uplift me. So, in the last video, I talked about, I'm going to talk about this over 6 different themes. The first theme I talked about were scents that had a spring garden or fresh sparkling quality. Today, I'm going to talk about scents that feel like summer gardens to me. For those of you who have never been to the channel, this mostly focuses on all things fragrance related. The channel is called Savor Salvage Scent, with occasionally another DIY or creative project. And for those of you returning, thank you so much for being here. So on the theme of summer gardens and scents that make me feel really joyful, happy, bright, light, uplifted, I'm going to talk to you about scents that smell to me like summer gardens today, which make those things make me really happy. So I'm going to start, let's see, with... I used to have a bottle of this and I've run out, but I have a sample and I sprayed it today and I was like, oh my gosh, do I need to get this again? This is kind of an oldie but a goodie. This is Flower by Kenzo. This to me was the perfect scent to talk about that kind of bridges from spring to summer gardens. Why do I say that? It's called Flower. And some of you will know this. It kind of had a revolutionary, sculpted, strange height bottle. What to me was really amazing about this scent was it has this kind of beautiful floral scent going on, but there's also a little bit of fruit, and as importantly, when it softens. So I would say, first of all, when you first spray this, it just kind of smells bright, almost screechy. But then when it softens, this not only smells like a spring to summer garden to me, it smells like soft baby's skin. So I'm sure a lot of you know that wonderful scent of a clean baby fresh from God's eye. That is what I get in this too. And so that is one of the things that makes me, it just smells to me like hope, like new life. So Flower by Kenzo. And who knows, maybe it was named Flower because of the floral elements, but we are all perhaps flowers or nature, you know, growing in the world. So I wonder if that's part of the reason. By the way, here's a picture of the bottle. I'm sure many of you will know that. So, another scent that reminds me of summer gardens, and gosh, a really unique one. This is also a sample. I tried this scent a few months ago. There it is. At a wonderful perfume shop. A lot of you will know about Indigo Perfumery that's in Lakewood, Ohio. That's only about 10 miles from my house, luckily. And I just learned that it was that close this summer. I spent my birthday there, and I spent my little bit of savings there as well. It's a wonderful experience, and you can also purchase or order from her online. And she just is she has so many great niche scents and knows so much, and also has sample sets, etc. But I have been really afraid to get into some certain niche lines because frankly, they're so cost prohibitive for me. But I purchased a bunch of scents that day, and she also gave me this sample of Ex Nihilo's French Affair. This thing. Oh God. This is one where I was like, why did you give it to me? Why? It's so good. This is what I would call everything in a bottle. And what I mean by that is, I'm sure that the perfume gods of the world, if you look at Fragrantica, probably have categorized this, but it is a big composition, and I feel like it could be seen as a sheep. It could be seen as a floral. it's got so many wonderful things all at once. But what I get is definitely the cheaper quality. So greens, oak moss, that kind of thing. But with it, I get both sweet and bitter or tart qualities. And I'll give you an example of some of the things that come out for me. Violet leaf, rose, angelica, which kind of has a bitterness, lychee, which, you know, is that marvelous fruit in kind of a seed pod. And it has it has like a floral quality, I think an almost screechy bright quality, but also a fruity quality. So I feel like all of these things are happening at once. And for me, when I spray it, what I get, you know, I can pick out all of those things, but it just smells like the brightest, most beautiful summer garden to me. I don't know that it would smell that way to everyone, but that's what I get. And due to how much I love this, I will be saving up for a bottle of this. I'm currently, I'm spending 2022 as a no-buy year. I can get into more of that later, but it's mostly so that I focus on experience and happiness and the collection I already have and house renovations, etc. But this is worth saving for to me. So I think this runs about $250 a bottle. So Ex Nihilo's French Affair to me smells like the most exquisite summer garden. Next, another sample. Oh, and it makes me so sad. This is a sample in spite of all of my blessings, honestly. This is Serge Lutens, I think it's called Sa Majeste la Rose. I purchased a sample set of Serge Lutens scents. Many of you will know, I think they're got 50 to 100 scents in their house, but I received a sample set of 10, and this was my favorite. And unfortunately, this is one of the scents in their line that they elevated to their really like super expensive line. So this used to be somewhat affordable at like $100 to $150. Now I think it's about $300 to $400. This is one of the most beautiful rose scents I've ever smelled. You can find a lot of rose scents. You can find some really phenomenal cheap rose scents. I still think tea rose is one of the best rose scents in the world, and it's, you know, you can find it for $10 or less. This, however, is the most beautiful, dewy garden rose I've ever smelled in my life. It is so dewy, jammy, bright, gorgeous, almost fruity. So beautiful. So this is another where, you know, if someday my life turns down a path where I find a bottle of this or can afford it, I would be really happy. So Serge Lutens, I think it's Sa Majeste la Rose. So really uplifting to me because it just smells so wonderful, like you've just cut a rose off the vine. Another scent, this one sadly is discontinued, but I want to talk about it because sometimes it leaves the collection of the house and sometimes it comes back. This is Antares by Alkemia. So Alkemia is a small house out of, I think, Massachusetts. And they make really great perfumes and oils. I tried this as a sample, God, probably 10, 12 years ago. And just this last summer, finally got a little bottle of oil. And don't you know, I think they since have discontinued it. However, every once in a while, like once a year, a few times a year, they have a sale. But every once in a while, they'll bring back kind of old scents. And so I want to talk about this. The other reason I want to talk about it is it's got a really interesting element that I've not heard used a lot in perfume, maybe never other than the scent. So I get like a night blooming garden in this. So I get a brightness, I get like greens. So good. But I also get, so there's a night blooming cactus in this. And oh, it's just got such an interesting, sweet but bright scent at the same time. There's also like some kind of like tree-like elements in this, or bush-like elements. Also acacia and a little bit of musk. It's just so beautiful. So I wanted to talk about it in case it comes back, and or look up the name of this night blooming cactus. I believe it's Cereus. Really, really cool. So this smells to me like a garden at night. Antares by Alkemia. So next is, this is kind of a, has been talked about for decades, but I finally got a bottle this summer and I'm so crazy about it. I can't believe I lived without it. This is a Diptyque scent, so by the French house Diptyque, called L'ombre dans l'eau, which I believe means shadow in the water. This, however, to me is not so much an aquatic scent. To me, it's much more, this focuses mostly on rose with black currant buds and black currant leaf. Black currant leaf to me translates to smelling almost exactly like tomato leaf. It smells like tomato leaf, a hint of rose, and then I'm not sure if this is in the black currant leaf or another element in the perfume, but there's also almost like a smoky, bitter, or like a dry quality that almost reminds me of vetiver. So this to me very much leans, if not unisex, even more for men. But I love this thing. I think it's gorgeous. It smells so of the earth. It smells so like fresh leaves in your hands. It's just wonderful and totally uplifting to me. I smell this and it's like impossible to be in a bad mood. So Diptyque's L'ombre dans l'eau. Next is a wonderful discovery of this year, thanks to my friend Lynn. Hi, Lynn. This is Green Spell by Aries Parfums. This is a fabulous house. They make just incredible things. Look them up. I think they have, 6 or 8 scents out. But I purchased another scent called Night Flower that I'm absolutely in love with. It just doesn't fit with today's theme. But Green Spell is the perfect name for this scent. It is, to me, both bright, like everything green you can imagine, a tiny bit witchy though too. And I hope I'm not just influenced by the name, but it's just got this amazing, kind of night green quality or noir green quality, and just so beautiful. Can't say enough about this house. And in fact, I just read on Saffler Bond, some of you will be familiar with that wonderful perfume resource, that they, I think, gave an award to Eris this year. They're on a list of, best new scents, and I was so happy to read that. So, Green Spell by Aries Parfums. So, if Green Spell is everything green and wonderful in a bottle, Fathom 5 by Beaufort London, I believe, is everything green in a bottle and add some lilies. The reason this is called Fathom 5 is because I think it's supposed to spark kind of feelings about the depth of the sea right before you get pulled into the earth or the ground. And so it's kind of morbid, which is funny because it's such an uplifting scent to me, because what I get is all these green things. I don't get so much waters. I get every green leaf you can imagine, but then on top of that, lilies. And so maybe perhaps that's the morbidity, the morbid quality. But to me, it just smells like right between spring and summer. It smells like lilies and greens and so bright. Fathom 5 by Beaufort London. Really just an incredible find this year. And I also found this at Indigo Perfumery in Lakewood. I'm so lucky to have nearby. Next, I could not leave this. I know I talk about this scent a lot, but I couldn't leave it off the list. This is Hermes Un Jardin sur le Nil, so a garden, I believe, of or near the Nile. And this, again, has some things like garden leaves that really make me think summer garden, but it has some really unique and atypical notes in perfumery. Namely, I think it has carrot or carrot leaf, and it also has green papaya, which has a very distinct green floral fresh smell. And this is another one where who knows why. It's probably the amazing perfumer that made this, Jade Claude Elena, but it has such a sophisticated quality. Again, I think this is perfectly unisex. I think new, this runs about $150, but you can often find it discounted or on sale. This is, to me, something anybody should own. I mean, honestly, it is so bright and uplifting and wonderful and unique, everything that you could want in a scent. So, Hermes, Un Jardin sur l'Agneau, beautiful. Summer garden quality, but also probably a little bit of water in there too. Next is an oldie but a goodie. This was just gifted to me. You know who you are. Thank you so very much. This is, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's pronounced Jean Couturier, Coriandre. This is missing its cap. Usually it has a beautiful green, marbly looking cap. This is a really affordable scent still to this day. I think it was released in the 70s. It is an aromatic. This is quite a composition. It probably has, 25 or 30 elements or notes. But I get like a fresh spice aromatic with coriander as a big role player. So really beautiful. I find this to be, again, perfectly unisex. If anything, it's funny because I think it was marketed to women, but I think it's actually, if it were marketed today, it would be marketed to men in my mind. Although I think things should be marketed as unisex because anybody can wear what they like. But this is just a winner. I think it's wonderfully fresh. I do think you have to like green scents. It's a sheep, sorry. But it has just such unique elements, and it definitely has that fresh herbal quality. That's really, really beautiful. It reminds me of my herb garden. Two more I can't go without mentioning. The oldie but the goodie, 4711. So many of you will know this. So many of you, your ancestors, your people probably wore this at one time or another. Oh, so good. It's so dirt cheap still to this day. I think this bottle, which I think was, 5 ounces maybe, was like, $12 or $15. This you can use as a splash. In fact, it has a dabber bottle for that purpose. You can use it as a splash. I've seen people, for those of you who haven't heard my video dedicated to this scent, I have seen people during my travels splash this on rags to cool themselves down, splash it on a little towel to cool down babies even. It's a very gentle scent, but it's absolutely, to me, it's everything from a spring to summer garden. It's herbs, it's flowers, it's citrus, and it's bright and cheerful. It only lasts a few hours, but at this price, you can absolutely bathe in it, and then you can bathe in it a second time during the day. So 4711, just an oldie but a goodie, really amazing. And last today, on the note of summer gardens, I want to talk to you about something that is, again, kind of herbal and bright. And this could definitely be under the, veil of spa scents, but I also think it's a beautiful aromatic kind of herbal scent. This is Clarins Eau Dynamisante. This to me, it has elements or similarities to, let's say, a 4711 or even Caron's Eau de Réglisse. But to me, let's see what makes this different. This smells a tad bit soapier, but it definitely has so many herbs, a brightness of citrus. Even smells a little bit like the earth. I wonder if this has patchouli. I can't remember. But it definitely smells a tiny bit soapier. And this to me smells like an effervescent effervescent or uplifting spa scent. But also very much like a summer garden. And so this could work under either of those categories. So those are some of the scents that uplift me and specifically smell like summer gardens. I would love to hear from you. What scents do you go to, or what notes do you enjoy or think about when you consider wanting to be uplifted? Hope you're well. I will see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.